Hey everyone, I'm the 6. I spend a lot of my time sat in front of my computer playing all kinds of different video games. But when I'm not playing anything, I seem to spend a crazy amount of hours watching YouTube videos. And a lot of that time, I keep finding myself watching game devlogs and game jams from a bunch of different game developers that are on YouTube. Which got me thinking, how cool would it be to know how to do it myself? And that's where I got the idea that I should maybe go and try and do it. But looking at my knowledge of game development, do I really know how to properly use the game engine, which will be Unity? Nope. Don't know how to code? Well, I do know some basics of how it's done, but I wouldn't be able to write anything useful without any help. So that's a no. Gonna make graphics for a game that will actually look nice and will be usable? Well, I've never had to do that before, so that would make that a no. Now what about animation? Yep, that's right, you guessed it, it's a no as well. But that's where everyone starts, right? So it didn't stop me from getting to work. First I decided on the game idea that I wanted to make. It was going to be a 2D farming game, which you will play from top down, and you will start on a small piece of land, on which you will be able to grow a bunch of different crops. You'll also have a house, which will be used to pass the time required to grow the crops, similar to how Stardew Valley works. There will be cars or something along those lines that will request to buy produce of you. This will be the way you will make your money. With the money, you'll be able to expand your land along with buying other things you want for the farm. I know this idea is highly expandable and will require a lot of work and learning, which is exactly why I decided to give it a go. So, I started with creating a simple character that you will play as. Of course, this will not be the final product, but it gives us something to start with. Once I had something I was happy with for now, I placed it into Unity and fixed some colour issues that came with it. Not sure why this happened, but it was a problem trying to fix those. And I changed the sizing to where it kinda looked how I imagined it to. Then came the daunting part, but the most interesting part to me, which was the coding. Now there's an endless amount of videos and tutorials of how to create each part of the game. So in just a few minutes I was able to write my first C# script for the game, which was the character movement, which actually turned out pretty well. Then I decided to tackle my first bit of animation. So first I had to work on the character to create the back and side view of him. Once that was done, I started to create how he would look while walking in every direction, which took a lot more time than I thought it would. Still, definitely doesn't look what I wanted the final product to look like, but for now, this will do. After the designing was complete, it was time to get it all into Unity and make it into animations. Creating simple animations like this in Unity was actually surprisingly easy. At first, I did stumble into the same colour and sizing issues as I did when I first added my character, so I had to figure out how to change them all at once and make them look the way I needed them to. I also had to go back into the movement code and get it to recognise and play the animations while moving. Once I managed to get through the necessary coding, the animations were all working, just with one issue. The whole animation keeps playing even if you only tap a movement key, so I had to fix that. Luckily, this was very easy to fix by just checking a couple of boxes. Of course, this is barely a start to everything I want to do, but I was happy that I was actually doing what I've been watching all these game devs do. I don't want the series to be a tutorial because I don't really know what I'm doing myself, but more of a timeline of what I've been able to achieve and learn. So the future videos won't be so much a step by step of what I was doing, but more of a journey of creating and adding new things to the game. But for now, I just wanted to lay out my plan and see what you guys think of the game concept, and tell me just how bad of an idea it was to start with something this big. Hope you all stick around and join me on my new game development adventure.